Bortle here, back from the LCS 4 event, 100% payout for this tournament, and we're doing another breakdown, guys. This is over Jack Verma's top 4 deck list for this LCS event, and we have a special guest today, guys. Friend of the channel, Mr. Shafer, my goodness, that actually used Altergeists for a long time. And he's actually has a video on this channel before the whole Corona season arrived. What's up, Shane? Introduce yourself, man.
What's up, guys? My name is Shane. I'm from DFW, former Guys player. I would like to think I'm pretty experienced with the deck, but yeah, man, I'm just here to help out with the deck breakdown. Oh, God, yes.
Oh god, yes. So go ahead and drop some likes for this video, guys. But yeah, let's just go ahead and dig right into this deck profile. So from the screen, guys, you can see the kind of standard Altergeist lineup. We're seeing a lot of people play 2 Marionetter, the 3 Meloseek, obviously. But whoa, weird, 3 Faker, my goodness. Yo, Shane, how many Fakers were you using a few weeks ago?
Oh man, I was using one. It was boozy. I swear to God, man, it was like only having one faker. I can't tell you how many times I brick with the deck. Even though it has like 3 extravagance, 2 duality, and you're maxing out on starters. It's just having 3 faker just makes a huge difference in the deck's consistency.
Oh yeah, for sure. And the cool thing is, Yu-Gi-Oh changed about 2 weeks ago from the forbidden list being updated. You know, Faker to 3 and everything. So that's really cool seeing Altergeist topping again and getting all the way to the top 4 of this event. And we have the 2 Soliloquy, and that's gonna be it for the Altergeist lineup. Pretty much it looks like it's all standard. I think in the previous builds you've seen maybe 3 Marionetters, but I mean, you know, triple Faker's really nice, right?
God, yes. I think this is a interesting time to use Ultra, guys. Obviously, Faker's at 3, so the consistency ceiling is a little bit higher, but also at the same time, like everyone knows, this is like a hand trap format. If you don't draw hand traps going second, you almost have no chance of being able to win. So a lot of people are dropping cards like Lightning Storm and Evenly, which were a lot more prevalent, back in the day, or a few months ago or whatever. So I think now is probably a good time to kind of use like control decks and stuff like that.
Oh yes, most definitely, and great timing segue to mention hand traps because we have those right now: the triple Ash Blossom, triple Veiler, one Mourner, and a couple Ghost Ogres. I can honestly see why he chose the ratio of the one Mourner, 2 Ogres, because guys, guess what? Once per turn, right? And then we also have the triple Impermanence right below it, so that's quite a nice hand trap package because obviously if you're going second, you need hand traps to stop your opponent. And really interesting choice that he wasn't using Nibiru in the main deck. I guess he wanted to, worst case scenario, normal a hand trap or something, right?
Yeah, I think 12 is a pretty good number. Like you have a pretty good chance of opening like multiple, which is kind of what you need to open against decks like Eldritch Synchro and rock decks. Usually, opening only one hand trap is not enough to like stop a turn. So 12 is a pretty solid number.
All right, nice. Going forward with the spells, 3 extravagance. That's it. Wow, I think it's pretty efficient overall. Do you know why he chose not to play duality? Because that's usually standard, right? A couple pot of dualities.
Or Faker was at 1, it was almost mandatory that you ran duality just because the deck had only like 7 starters and 3 spoofing, Faker and 3 Seek. That's only 7 starters, which isn't a lot. But now that you have a bigger number of starter cards, if you open something like Meloseek, you need to be able to special summon. That was like the deck's biggest flaw whenever I was playing the deck. Whenever Faker was at 1, you would open stuff like duality and like Seek, but you need to get Faker access. So it's like you have to pick and choose between duality and Seek. But now that the consistency is up, you're able to take that risk and not having duality just because the consistency is better.
Alrighty, it makes sense that duality can clash with the multi-faker. And as far as traps goes, he's playing a whopping 17. We have a couple manifestations of one protocol. And I guess further down the list, you can see that he's using a couple of trap tricks, and that's why there's 2 manifestations, right?
God, yes.
Nice. And then we already talked about impermanence and triple spoofing. This card is just insane with multi-faker at 3, right?
I mean, honestly, a lot of times your spoofing is going to be to like Surge Faker, but being able to like, just hard draw Faker a lot of times and then just use a spoofing for like a Kung Curry or something like that just gives you a far better edge. And I was going to say, I like the triple torrential because that card is insane versus rock. Like if you're able to get like their like one or two rocks off the field before they start going into synchro plays, like Herald and like negations and stuff like that, can almost definitely end their turn.
Oh yes, Torrential is a really really cool blowout card, and just imagining resolution multi-faker, right? And then we have the triple strike, which is pretty decent going second as well because you're like negating effects, all that crazy stuff. And lastly, the double trap trick, which we already like talked about. So overall, 40 card deck, pretty nice, solid build, and I guess he just chose like a safe way to play the deck, I guess.
Yes.
Oh man, I need to take a sip out of this rogue energy. My goodness, I need some energy right now. And you can have some energy too, guys. No crash, 0 calories. Check out the description down below for some rogue energy. They're running a couple different promos. All you have to do is click my affiliated link so I can get some credit. And then you can use promo code 20% off, all caps, guys, for 20% off your order. And there's another promo if you want a free shaker. All you have to do is get a shaker and the cart and buy a tub, and you can get a free shaker that way. Oh god, yes. Back to the deck profile, man. And I guess let's talk about his extra deck really quick. Which, funny enough, it's like triple of everything, just in case he were to banish stuff with Pot of Extravagance. Because although Altergeists can like kind of win by like poking with Meliseek and setting stuff away, I guess he wants to finish the game faster, right?
I like the ratios. I would think I don't know if I could I might run two relinquish because that card is actually really nice going second. But I see the reasoning for all of this ratios just because Almirage is like not really good unless you're playing against like a specific matchup, but it's a good utility card to have. And obviously the link cross, you definitely have to double up on that just because there's a lot of times where you're going to go into like Hextia, but you don't have like a way to summon something underneath Hextia to like link the first one away. But you want to be able to get access to Faker, so you'll find yourself in those situations a lot of the times. And then obviously with Faker, you're able to in like trap cards, you're able to a lot of the times keep those link cross tokens, so you can kind of extend into access code talker the next turn.
Yeah, wow, that combo with Link Cross on top of Hextia is really, really nice.
Oh yes, if this deck ever gets Pukri, this deck is gonna be insane.
Oh man, I wonder what Konami was thinking on limiting multi-faker, my goodness. And then lastly, we have the double area, which is pretty nice, which was also explained by the PPG winner from last week in an earlier video I have. I'll include it up here somewhere. And the one copy of Link Kribo, Almirage we already talked about, and Anima. Lastly, the double Selines because he wants to link climb into Access Code Talker. Pretty nice.
Yes, I'm a little bit on the Celine though, just because you're not running a lot of like spells in the deck. I'm just kind of curious as to like what the combo is with that per se. Just because if you don't have any spells in grave, how I don't know how are you summoning like a spellcaster from grave?
Oh dang, that's right. I have no idea. Listeners, comment down below and let us know. My goodness. Well, let's look into the side deck real quick. So we have a Pinkatrops, which man, this card is just nuts for like control decks because this is one of the perfect cards going second. It breaks synchro builds and all that stuff. Great card.
Yes.
And then we have the triple Nibiru, which I guess against Dragon Link, Eldritch Synchro, it's just really, really good. And he's already main decking the Veilers, Ogres, and Permanences to go combo off with against, Appaloosa. And then the triple Lightning Storm. Pretty sure it's for like the mirror match, and that's why Evenly is here as well. But Evenly's more geared up for like, comboing with multi-figure too, so that's always really nice, right?
Yeah. I'm really just like those the lightning storms, evenlies, and Pankratops. That's really just specifically for control decks like Subterror and Altergeist and stuff like that. A lot of the times against like combo decks, you're not going to side in stuff like Lightning Storm, just because good players will play around it, summon everything in defense mode, especially against a deck like Altergeists where cards like Savage and stuff like that, you know, they're not going to be able to attack over Savage and stuff. So, I mean, he's already got 12 hand traps in the main deck. So, a lot of the times against combo decks, he's probably just going to side in those 3 Nibiru's and call it a day.
That is 100% right. And also, if he has a chance to like activate it, it's his opponent probably has like 3 negates already or something.
Yeah.
And we have the triple Solemn Judgment, probably one of the best cards going first. I can honestly see why he didn't really main it, because it's only kind of decent going first, so that's a pretty good side deck choice right there. And lastly, we have the Witch's Strike, which is very, very interesting. And the cool thing is he can trap trick right into it, right?
God, yes.
Yeah.
And you know, maybe just a little, just the extra 2 cards that he added in, just to have another trap trick target post side. But it's definitely an interesting choice, just because it requires your opponent to be playing some sort of like monster or some sort of trap card that negates the summon of a monster. Very rarely going to come up. I think it would have been interesting to maybe put in like a pointers, because like it's a regular trap, you know, so it's also another trap trick target. But I mean, obviously this guy top, so he knows what he's doing.
Yeah, that is true. And also, Pointer is a really good ad as well, because you can just trap trick in the Pointer, like you said. So I think that's a pretty nice card too. Yeah, overall, man, this guy got top 4 with this list, and it's a pretty safe list, if I may add. Torrential's really nice, paired up with Altergeist. My goodness. Any final thoughts about this deck at all, man?
Honestly, it seems pretty standard. I do like the hand trap lineup. I don't like main decking like Nibiru, just because I mean I don't use Altergeist right now, but I'm not a fan of main decking Nibiru, because I do feel like there's a lot of like control decks right now. So I do feel like going outside of like the comfort zone and like main decking hand traps other than Nibiru and side decking the Nibiru, I think it was definitely a good choice. I maybe would have bumped up Moonlight Chill to like 2 or 3, even though it's once per turn. The card is like still nice, but I don't know about Ghost Dugger. I haven't really tested it, but it can come up against like certain matchups. Like I don't know about Eldritch so much, but against Rock, I know if you get like their Rock monster off the field, even if they activate the effect of like Researcher or something like that, a lot of times if you get their Rock monster off the field, like Researcher or Doki Doki or something like that, they're not going to be able to use their other cards like Bill effects, and so it could really slow down their turn a lot. But overall, it looks like a really solid build for sure.
Alrighty, sweet. So yeah, that's gonna wrap it up. And if you're not a part of Bortle Nation, sub for Bortle. Oh God, yes, it's easy and free. My goodness.
Free, guys. It's that easy and it's free.